The first topic I want to share with you is an acronym called SEO. It stands for Search Engine Optimization. Most business owners are familiar with the term, but they're not familiar with exactly what it means. They know it has something to do with search engines, but they really don't know all the pieces required to make sure this functions appropriately. So I want to take away some of the myths here. Most agencies like to keep you in the dark about what this really is. They want to play Oz behind the curtain and throw a lot of smoke your way and just hope you keep paying the bill. Well, the way I look at it is if you're paying me to do something, I want you to be able to hold it accountable. So let's get some understanding on what search engine optimization really means. There are over 200 different algorithm factors that Google primarily looks for. And I say Google because they have the market share, 86%. And so a search engine, their job is to provide answers. When someone searches something, we need answers. And they're not going to go very far if they continue to provide answers that are totally irrelevant to what we're looking for. So it's all about how you provide relevancy to the search engines for certain key phrases. And so with that, I have what I call the 80-20 rule. The 20% of this rule are the upcoming changes. There's always changes happening to these algorithms, and that's where most agencies will focus and spend their time. They talk about the new Penguin update and how it changed their marketing. And for me, I don't focus on that. I focus back on the 80%, and it has to go to relevancy. And so the 20%, the best way to describe this is if I give you an example using taxes. And every year we've got to pay taxes, and if you have a good accountant or CPA, they can leverage the tax code in such a way that you pay less in taxes. And that's great until the government decides that you've used this loophole far too long and we've lost enough revenue off of it that we're going to change the rule, and so now you can't have that benefit. The same thing happens with search engines, and so marketers will find loopholes in the algorithm. They'll exploit it, they'll hit it really hard, they're going to get great results for a short period of time until Google catches on. Then Google changes it, they plug it, and they say, you know what, you're not really providing relevancy, you're just attacking a loophole, and we don't like it. Not only will they not get any more benefit from the situation, but they can be penalized to the point that even your website could be blacklisted and completely kicked off of Google, which you don't want. And so I don't focus so much on the new shiny, that 20%. Chances are there's going to be a loophole change and you're not going to be able to use it anyway. So if we stick to the 80% of how do you prove to Google that you're relevant, then you're going to be just fine. I've been using these tactics for the better half of a decade, and so I know what I'm talking about, and it still works. And over the next several weeks, I'm going to share with you just a few topics that's going to help you provide relevancy to the search engines. Don't get overwhelmed that there's over 200 algorithm factors. We're not going to focus on all of them. We're just going to get some of the ones that take the meat and potatoes of what Google's really looking for.